Welcome, I'm Bastet. I'll be running your operation. The project's official name is the Adventurers' Research of Abnormal Civilian Experiences, or Project Arrowace for short, to investigate the unusual occurrences that have been happening everywhere recently. I've hired you all for your hands-on experiences.
I'm going to be honest, I think we should run.
I don't know, I'm not a wizard in real life.
Tentacles belong in the ocean!
I also lost all my food, so Delphi, in a few hours you might start looking really delicious.
Okay. You can't just kind of hand wave and say, oh yes, it's clearly from another plane of reality, without that implying a lot about a very powerful wizard doing it, or a university of powerful wizards doing it, or a god doing it.
It lets us know that when these other anomalies have been happening, it's potentially due to the use of temporal or spatial magic.
Who are you? I saw you in some kind of dream, but I think there's more to it than that. We need to talk.
I can't tell you exactly why I did all the things I did, but I did them. Okay?
Can everyone please roll for initiative?
Oh, I nearly cussed so hard.
Let's just say, for argument's sake, that you found yourselves you definitely found a boat, because Raina used her sailing skills to find a great boat.
Yes, I'm well known for my tracking of boats.
You're tracking of boats.
Smash cut, we're on the ocean. Lake.
Smash cut! Smash cut! Yes, basically, smash cut, you're on the ocean. Rather than getting everyone to roll specific checks, let's do this as a skill challenge. So can each of you tell me what you're going to do to help contribute to the sailing of the boat, and then we'll get you to roll a d20 and see how you do.
So it's just it's three of us plus Gamble, correct? No other NPCs?
Yes, that is correct.
What do you mean? Her name's Liberty.
Oh, sorry, Liberty.
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 Trying to figure out if I can finagle performance.
I use my staff of charming to charm the boat into going in the right way. Morgan is going to try to use her gravimeter to get like a decent heading towards the centre of the most weird.
Okay, I see. So
Nice.
you're holding it out as a homing beacon.
Kind of thing. Getting a direction.
Okay.
A heading.
Can I get you to roll for that? I would say
Arcana?
Yeah, Arcana.
6 plus 8 is 14.
Okay, to be honest, the weirdery is so widespread across the ocean. You're really struggling to get like a good signal with that. That is a failure on the skill challenge.
I imagine that Raina is the one doing most of the actual physical sailing of the boat. I would like to, if you would allow me, use my acrobatics to be trying to do multiple things at once and jumping between ends of the boat and things.
I think that's a stretch for acrobatics, I'll be honest.
I mean, balancing on the edge of the boat, because I'm going to say this now, there's not enough room for us all in this boat, it's too small.
Don't you have proficiency water vehicles?
I do, I have proficiency with water vehicles. I do. What does that mean?
If you used it in conjunction with a skill, you can add your proficiency bonus.
Ah, okay.
Twice, basically.
Okay, so I've got a +4 to whatever I do here, basically, then.
Exactly.
Okay, that's helpful.
I mean, you could just do that as a straight roll, to be honest, because it's a skill in and of itself. But if you wanted to add it to a separate thing, I don't know, survival or whatever, then I would allow that.
Yeah, I will add it to literally anything. But yeah, I suppose it depends how big the boat is. Because if it's a small rowboat type thing, then yeah, acrobatics doesn't make sense. But if it's bigger, then I'd have to be jumping around.
I guess I have been imagining a small fishing boat to give you kind of a sense of scale.
Yeah, so I still got a balance on the boat, to be fair, if I'm standing up. And that would be acrobatics.
You've got to shout at us to duck under the boom.
Yeah, shout to duck under the boom. I do that. I don't know boats.
Okay.
You do back handsprings, and your momentum pushes the boat forward. Then you run to the front and do back handsprings again.
Yeah. That's exactly how you sail a boat.
That's how they sail in Atis Orbis. The whole time, that's how sailing works.
Why do you think the cats are so good at it?
Yeah, they don't row; they just flip around. Yeah.
Or I can do sleight of hand.
I'll give you acrobatics. But I'm probably going to set the DC a little bit higher for it.
Thank you, Ellie. That means I have a plus 15 to this roll. So it's going to be a 24.
That succeeds easily. So, Raina, you've got your sea legs back and you are ready to go. You're like ducking and weaving around this boat, expertly piloting it and also flipping around it like a little flip wizard.
I don't get hit by the boom once.
You don't get hit by the boom at all. And no one else does as well.
Yes!
Because of your daring precision. Okay, what is Equilibrium doing?
Equilibrium is going to be sick.
Aww.
Aww.
But that's a 17 con save, so I guess he's alright.
Good.
Just feeling a little wibbly.
He's got pretty good con save for a sorcerer.
Yeah, that is pretty good. You managed to hold in your sick. Are you doing anything to kind of contribute to the sailing of the boat?
I figure we're coming up on the source of the weirdness, so I'm going to cast True Seeing to try and navigate us.
Amazing. Can I get you to roll an Arcana check as well then in that case?
Yes. Also a 17.
Nice. That also succeeds. So with your True Seeing, can you remind me how the spell works?
The spell gives the willing creature you touch the ability to see things as they actually are. For the duration, the creature has true sight, notices secret doors hidden by magic, and can see into the ethereal plane to 120 feet.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okie dokie.
Ellie's like, secret unlocked. Oops.
And this lasts for an hour
Secrets.
with no concentration.
No concentration.
I hope we don't regret that.
My goodness.
Considering we're about to sail into what is possibly an eldritch horror, I'm sure Equilibrium will be fine.
That's what those con saves are for.
Goodness me. Yeah. As you are sailing further and further into the middle of this lake/ocean, you can see ahead of you as the clouds are kind of coalescing these bright, vibrant, multicolored lights. You can see what others cannot. You can see the connection between the clouds and some other place where Gra, the eldritch abomination, lives. Gra lives deep on the ocean floor, and although you can't see it, you can sense its presence. But there's something else here, something else that is the source of this weirdness, and it's living in the water. And as you look around, you understand that whatever it is that you need to fix is underwater.
Well, I suppose surprising no one, I can see where we need to go. It's below the surface, but not so far below the surface that we'll be fighting an eldritch being.
Oh, thank the spirit for that.
Well, there's the bad news there, which is that I can't make people breathe underwater.
Neither can I.
Could I get you all to do a perception check for me, please? And obviously, Equilibrium will get it with advantage.
All right.
Cool.
Oh, I rolled real bad. 7.
8 plus 5, 13.
15.
I guess it's because of your true sight. As you're kind of looking around and seeing through things and into different planes, equilibrium. You can see under one of the benches that Raina is currently sitting on, there is a small box. How does true sight work? What can you see with true sight?
I have no idea.
I imagine you see through like illusions and invisibility and that sort of thing, but like you wouldn't be able to see through a solid object or anything like that. I wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, yeah, you spot like a little box that's like hidden underneath one of these benches, sort of tucked out of sight.
I kind of wobble over to pull the box out without really saying much. I found a box.
Oh! Well, I did hire this off a slightly unscrupulous fella. Maybe it belongs to him.
Open it!
I just shrug.
I kind of point it at Liberty and open it.
Inside, there are 10 sort of small capsules, and Liberty looks at them and
Oh!
her eyes just like dilate like cat's pupils do, and she goes, "Ha!" and just eats one.
God dang it.
Whoa! Hold on, we don't know what they do.
Well, that's why we have Liberty.
Tastes salty.
Do I recognise them with my arcane knowledge? That's what I'm hoping they are.
You can roll an Arcana check for sure.
18 plus something. 26.
Yeah, absolutely. These are spell beads. If you were to cast Identify on them, you would find out what the spell beads do.
I can just look at Liberty is all I can do. Hey Liberty, how you feeling?
Fine.
What do they do?
I don't know.
You have to do everything around. Can you breathe underwater now? I'm hoping that's what those are for.
I don't know. I'm not in water.
Can I just dunk her head under the water?
Hold her by her ankle.
I'm fed up of this. I'm just like, oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
Equilibrium's like in the process of reaching out to cast Identify on the thing when his sister is launched under the water.
I'm holding on to her so she doesn't fall, but...
That sounds like you're holding on to keep her under the water.
We're like holding her in the boat. You know what I mean.
Just holding her by her ankle, like Achilles style.
It doesn't look great, Raina.
Okay, are you going to pull her back out of the water?
Yeah. Like a couple seconds and then back. That better?
Yeah, she goes... Oh yeah, I totally could. Sorry, I got distracted. There are some cool fishes down there.
Cool. How many beads are left?
9.
Okay, I give 2 to each person. No, wait, I give 1 to Liberty and then another 2 to all the others, and then there's some number left. I pocket all the rest of leftover beads. You all got beads.
Awesome.
I cast Identify on it anyway.
It is a water-breathing spell in a spell bead. You can tell this is like a sort of industrially made one. So the standard duration of the spell is 24 hours anyway, but the expiry date on these, for lack of a better term, would be longer than one of Morgan's spell beads, to be honest.
Cool.
Basically, I've given you some free water-breathing spells that you can use beyond the scope of this campaign.
Cool. In which case I give 1 to each 1 to the other people, leaving 6 left, in which case I give 3 to extra to Raina and 3 to me. Sorry, Equilibrium, but you're not going to be around for the rest of the campaign.
What does that mean?
Meta gaming.
That sounds like you're going to do a murder. You're going to do a murder.
That was unnecessarily ominous.
No, Morgan's just like, she knows who her party members are and who are her temporary party members, so...
Damn.
Sorry, I'm just being pragmatic.
Okay.
Well, that's certainly one way of getting beneath the waves.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Raina, if we're going to fight something down there, you might want this. You're probably better swimmer than me, and this will make you faster. And I'm giving her a spell bead. It'll make you faster and burnier, so...
Faster and burnier, did you say?
Eat in case of emergency. Yeah. And then Morgan dives into the ocean.
Nice.
Raina just looks around a bit concerned.
Wait a second, Morgan leaves a bunch of her stuff on the boat and then dives in the ocean.
Nice.
I don't think I have anything that's gonna be that messed up by being underwater.
Morgan's got a bunch of books.
I don't have any books. I'm gonna take mine with me. It's fine.
Awesome. Yeah, I was going to say, do you have any way of mooring? Are you setting anchor or?
Yeah, I'll set the anchor There's not much more I can do.
No, I was like, how do we keep a boat still? And oh, right, anchors.
Yeah, I also did the same thing and then remembered.
Remembered. Ah, yes, anchors.
Anchors exist.
Yeah, it's because classically, like, almost 4 years ago, I made a PC that knew lots about boats and never once have looked up anything about boats.
Yeah. Good.
I think if we're going to be heading underwater, before we do so, Raina's going to take a moment just to send her promised sending to Toz.
Yeah, so it says, stay out of Antibra, stuck in time loop, dealing with it, enter and you'll be stuck too. Hope this reaches you quickly. See you soon.
And you get a response from Toz after a little moment.
Ooh.
She says,
I hope everything alright. Things weird here too. Have to practice ritual fight with brother. Potential cult of Collector. But alright. Say hi to Tamara, please.
What? What is that?
I need you to understand that Am spent a good couple of minutes shortening the rest of her message so that she could say hi to Tamara, please. And I didn't have the heart to tell her that, like, Tamara left the city with her and so is not stuck in a time loop.
I was going to say, I was like, Tamara's not here.
But Toz doesn't know that, so, you know.
I'm now wondering if I know about a ritual fight, because I remember from listening to it that Delphi didn't, so I don't know if I know about that.
Tozia referred to it in, like, the first episode.
Oh my gosh, okay, yeah.
When you guys were, like, walking out to Tetmet, and she gave you biscuits, and you were kind of, like, just making conversation, she said something about her little brother and how, like, there's a kind of a fight thing that they have to do. So you probably know the broad brushstrokes, but not the details.
Cool. Okay, so that part's fine, and then she goes, Cult of Collector, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry? Okay. Sure. I'm not going to tell Morgan that I have done this for now. We're going to deal with the problem at hand before we delve into that, and if there comes a moment where it's relevant, then I'll bring it up.
So the rest of us jumping into the water?
Yeah.
Equilibrium, you, with your kind of true sight, I think it makes sense for you to lead the way, right?
Sounds good. Before I lead the way, I cast Mage Armor on myself and Liberty.
Nice, thank you.
choice.
What does that increase it to?
The target's base AC becomes 13 plus its dex.
Nice. Good God, I have such a low AC.
This is why I'm casting Mage Armor on you.
Yep, thank you.
Does anyone know the rules for underwater fighting and movement?
I'm pretty sure your swim speed is the same as your walking speed.
We just get disadvantage on all our attacks, basically, I think.
Cool.
On your
that's okay.
melee attacks, right?
When you have a Clockwork Soul with you, disadvantage does not apply.
Oh!
What, really?
Wait!
Of course, that's a limited resource, but I can nullify disadvantage.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah!
And to some extent, so can Morgan, I guess.
Yeah, I've got my chronal shifts.
It is considered difficult terrain.
Okay, so it's half speed.
I could cast Freedom of Movement on myself, but it only lasts an hour. So I'm wondering whether to save it. I don't know how long we're going to be here, basically.
I will say, like, you can see yourself getting closer to some kind of lair.
I think we should each cast Freedom of Movement just to save the action for later.
Yeah. I've got 2 4th level spell slots, so I can cast it on someone else as well. And that will mean we're unaffected by difficult terrain. Spells and other magical effects can neither reduce the target's speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained, and you can spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints. And being underwater imposes no penalties on the target's movement or attacks.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, cool. Yes, please.
Are you casting that on everybody?
I can only cast it on 2 people.
I can cast it on the other 2.
There we go. Between us, we've done it.
Nice.
I'm giving Raina Gift of Alacrity. I've only got one of those, sorry. So you have 1d8 to initiative, and also you have a mystery spell bead that I've given you with instructions to eat it if you want to go fast and burny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't actually eat the spell beads, but metaphorically.
I think that in this world we should have to eat spell beads for them to work. I think that's fun.
For some reason, my brain, when I think of spell beads, I think of, like, do you remember that one summer where, like, the kids were eating Tide Pods?
Oh my gosh.
Just really gives that vibe to me, that it's like a small bead, like one of those things, like one of those, like, bath bead things. You know, that's just what I picture.
I feel like if you put prestidigitation into a spell bead, it is a Tide Pod.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I love that, actually. That's great.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. I'll just give you a super quick rundown of how underwater combat works. So you've negated the...
It's no penalties on movement or attacks, is what I've negated.
Oh, wow, that's great. Okay, and in that case, the only thing that is...
Which I think is practically everything.
It's everything except for the fact that everyone is resistant to fire damage underwater.
Makes sense.
Yay.
Cool. I already have that, but sure.
Yeah, the tieflings are like shrug.
Meh.
Oh, no, but now that will help Equilibrium and Liberty keep up their cover because they're actually resistant to fire damage.
What cover? What are you talking about?
Wait. Oh, I see what you mean.
Because a changeling wouldn't be resistant.
So your average tiefling has fire damage resistance, yeah.
Smart. Nice. Love that.
Yes, we tieflings have fire damage resistance.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. So you all begin to swim deeper into the water.
I would like to argue that Morgan should get a speed boost by flying underwater.
No, absolutely not.
Like a seabird.
Absolutely not. Under no circumstances am I giving you that.
Come on.
No, but it's going to be dark.
I've got dark vision.
There we go. There it is.
Sorry, I nearly missed my cue there.
You nearly missed your cue. Does anyone... I think me and Equilibrium don't have dark vision, right?
I have dark vision, yeah.
Sure we do.
Yeah, you're tieflings, right?
Do we?
We definitely have dark vision, Ellie.
Wink.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Definitely. I love this because Equilibrium has true sight, so absolutely is like swimming fine. And like, meanwhile, Liberty's at the back, like, I can see everything perfectly. This is all great.
Well, you can.
Can you just make sure?
I'm sharing
I'm
it.
just gonna hold on to your foot.
I'll share it telepathically.
Oh, yay. Okay, cool. Awesome. So now Liberty's fine.
I love how much time we spent on, are we maintaining our cover when Liberty has changed skin tones like 15 times over this course of this one shot?
Oh, yeah.
Lucky for you, I have a -1 intelligence.
Raina may still not quite get what that means, though.
Yeah, Morgan might figure it out, but I've got no clue.
Morgan's put 2 and 2 together, but is politely
For sure.
not saying anything because that's the polite thing to do.
That is, yeah, it would be very rude and improper.
Oh, yes.
What do we see under the water, Webster? What do we see under the water?
As you're swimming closer and closer, you make your way into this deep underwater cave. And Equilibrium, you can tell that this is where the energy is coming from. This is the source of the timey-wimey weirdness. And Morgan, I feel like you can almost sense it in the water, like as you're coming towards it.
Can I not see it with my gravimeter?
Are you still holding out your gravimeter, really?
Yeah.
In that case, it's not like it comes in waves. Essentially, it's like almost like a beacon effect rather than like a constant weirdery. Oh, I should also say to you all as well. Obviously, you can all breathe underwater. This water is rank. You can like smell it. It's like walking through somewhere with like sewage. It's like super stinky.
Lovely.
Really very, very unpleasant. As you kind of swim deeper and deeper into this lair, you see this creature. It's a very large creature. What is its actual size? Where is that? Large. It is large. These sort of soulless eyes stare out at you from above a toothy open maw as its pale grey body swims and slowly and idly comes to float in front of you. It doesn't seem afraid.
Has it already spotted us then? It's seen us?
Oh, it knows you're
Okay.
here. In fact, you hear, all of you in your minds, a voice. It's so lovely that you came to me directly. It's so nice when dinner serves itself.
I know what this is, but Raina doesn't.
I, Katie, don't know what this is. Morgan might. Can I see if Morgan does?
Roll a history check for me, sure.
13 plus something. 17.
Yes, you would know what this is. You've never seen one, and to be honest, you didn't think that they existed anymore. This is the kind of thing that people would tell you about in scary stories. It's practically a cryptid at this point.
Oh, the Mothman.
This is an aboleth.
Yo, I was right. I was hoping I would be wrong.
No, this is an aboleth.
Oh no. Ellie, I don't think any of us have high wisdom.
Tee-hee. You know that they have telepathic abilities. You know that they have charming abilities. It can charm people. This one doesn't seem like it's particularly out of the ordinary, but you don't know the full extent of what an aboleth can do. In the same way that Gra is this like old abomination, they are kind of like old primordial half-gods. They are aberrations. They could potentially have immense power. This one is quite large, so it looks like it could be quite old.
I look at it for a second, and then... Could we talk to each other underwater?
I can message.
Yeah, message is probably easier.
If we can breathe, maybe?
I can't cast message.
I can become a message hub.
There's not time for that. I am looking at this thing, then I look at Gamble, and I think that'll probably work, and then I cast Polymorph on Gamble.
Whoa.
Are you turning Gamble into an aboleth?
I'm turning Gamble into a giant shark.
Yes!
Yay!
You will find the stat block of that website by googling 5e giant shark.
I am doing thus. That's so great.
Have fun.
Nice!
You know, we've joked about Ellie and Karis being similar. This same thing happened to Karis' character in How the Quest Was Won.
Our DM works so hard. I think our DM deserves a present now and then.
Yes, a little treat.
I agree.
A present of giant shark!
A little giant shark as a treat.
Nice.
Also, am I right in thinking that polymorph also changes your mental stats as opposed to like a druid's wild shape, which doesn't?
Yeah,
It does.
I think so.
Yeah, so if the shark is dumb, you're now even dumber.
To be fair, my int is now bad. My wisdom is just 0, so that's not so bad.
Well, it's a free hit point pool.
Yeah, this aboleth kind of looks at you doing this, and there's this grating sound in your ears that doesn't sound anything like this, but must be attributed to laughter.
I message Morgan and go, I take it we're fighting then?
You can certainly try.
Wait, how did you hear that? Morgan, what is this thing?
It's an aboleth. It's bad news. I didn't think they were a thing.
Are we rolling initiative?
Sure.
Hello, you lovely lot. It's me, it's only Chloe. You know the drill by now. It's break time. Go get a drink, go get a snack, look after yourselves. But in the meantime, you might consider listening to little old me, because I'm here to tell you ways you can support our lovely little podcast. The best way you can support us is by joining our Patreon. For as little as £3 per month, you will get a shout out on the podcast and access to our patron-only Discord. Plus, there's a bunch of other tiers on there with much more exciting benefits, like access to our bonus content, our side quest episodes, for example. You can have access to DM notes and character sheets. You can get your own personalized message right here in the middle. Woo! And you can even have the opportunity to play TTRPG with us, with the cast. And we're basically celebrities at this point. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You can find that at patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces. Be sure to check it out. You can even join for free and get updates that way. Of course, if you're not prepared to pay per month, you can always make a one-time donation to our supporter Acast link, which is right there in the episode description. I love you all. Thank you for listening to me. Bye.
Wake up the next morning. Tor, I assume you wake up with the dawn, right? As you are getting ready, there's a rapping at your window.
It's Eminem.
What?
There's a rapping at your window.
Rapping is to distinguish from knocking and using the full extent of the English language, you reprobate.
Yeah, but it's so much funnier.
Thor pokes their head out.
There's a raven there, and it's carrying a slip of paper.
I knew I should have killed that raven.
Because you've communicated with Aurelius before, you know that this is his familiar. Everyone else uses mechanical ravens to talk to each other, and he uses a real one because he's that old. This bird hands you this physical letter, and it says, "Your instincts are correct. It is of utmost importance to the organisation that the fight goes ahead and reinstates you as a legitimate heir in the eyes of the lords. Your positive influence could get the city back on track. I understand you're reluctant to take on the position, but the true fight is still in the future. In the meantime, you can prepare yourself. This is the next inevitable step for you on the path to ascension. The Empress of the Dying Sun has chosen you. That much is clear. Seek out your destiny. A."
I'm gonna kill this guy.
Okie dokie! That's fun and nice. Teehee.
He's messing with my brother. Sorry, so did Tor not read my letter?
Oh yeah, Tor, did you read the letter?
Oh yeah, I would have done. Sorry, it just happened between episodes,
Yeah.
I guess.
Did you have anything you wanted to do about it, or are you just...
I mean, I'd like to read it.
Yes, so it basically says that I'm, all the stuff I said in the previous episode, but then I'd like to meet before the fight, because I don't think we should go in with angry feelings.
Reasonable.
You're going to meet before the fight. Charles, are you bringing Delphi along to this meeting,
No.
or is it just the two of you? Okay. Are you going to go to his room, or are you going to suggest a meeting place?
I'm going to
or-
suggest a meeting place. I'll be like, if you would like to meet before the fight, let's meet here at this time. And it's going to be in the family chapel to pray to.
Oof, okay. Cool. On the nose. So, yeah, Tor, you head down to the chapel, and I think Tos would probably already be there, right? Is that
Yeah.
fair to say?
I've gotten his favourite breakfast as well.
Oh, what's his favourite breakfast?
What's his favourite breakfast? We are herbivores. Important info. Because I know Will's about to be like a huge sausage sandwich.
That's Will's favourite.
That's Will's favourite breakfast.
Very, very small digression, I promise, Sam. Don't look at me like
Okay.
that. Every week we do a weekly shop in Asda, and as we're about to leave, I run to the the hot food counter and just grab the little sausage baps. And I always get it right as we
nice.
leave so that I can eat it as Am's turning the car around, and it is lovely.
Nice.
Amazing.
Anyway, Tor's favourite breakfast is... sorry. I just went, eggs vegetarian?
Yes, eggs are vegetarian.
Yeah, but you're herbivore.
My main source of protein.
Eggs. Yeah. Yeah, herbivores eat eggs.
No, they don't.
Elephants can't digest meat, but they have primarily they have a diet of plants, but they can eat other things. Tozzers have biscuits in the past.
I mean,
That has eggs and
herbivores also
butter,
yeah.
can't cast magic in real life, so let's
Yeah, this is a fantasy game. We can, we
No.
can take some liberties for
Eggs.
sure.
Yes, it's eggs.
The only thing I care about is dietary realism.
That's not a reach for you.
No, it's actually very accurate.
Elephants do eat eggs, by the way.
Elephants eat
I
eggs.
googled it, and elephants eat eggs in real life. So before you cinema sings ding me, I'll get back to my roleplay if that's alright with you.
I'm so glad that this episode has started so unhinged.
Rye bread toast with scrambled eggs and loads of pickled onions
Nice.
for breakfast.
Yeah, I've got that on a little table just outside the chapel. I'm like, I got you breakfast in case you're hungry. Good source of protein.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I'd forgotten.
I thought you might. You feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Are you lying to me?
No, he's not.
Okay.
He actually seems very calm, and he's not
Okay.
fidgeting. He's meeting your eye with a steady gaze.
I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder and say, I hope everything is okay between us. Do you want to talk about it?
Well, obviously it's not. I'm not sure why you could say you hope everything's fine between us when things ended the way they did.
That's why I wanted to talk to you before we started
Oh, okay.
hitting
but-
each other very hard.
I mean, sure, it is. Yeah. How are you finding being back in Gaimaris?
Very strange. Very strange. I feel like I didn't realise how much I changed until I came back.
Yeah, the city changed as well.
It seems like it. What do you think I've missed the most?
He just like smiles and doesn't really reply to that. It's not like a moving city is ever gonna get dug that deep in the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very true. I think it's one of the benefits of the grazing rotations.
You know what we say, the city moves.
The city moves.
Okay. Things changed, and I think you were a little naive coming back in here thinking you'd just slot back in. It was like it was
She kind of
years ago.
is white knuckling behind her back a little bit to be like, don't start a fight with your brother. And she's like, yeah, I think that's fair. I was just excited to see your dad again. Really. That was all
I
it
know,
was.
and he was really excited to see you as well.
I just wanted to let you know that I love you very much, and I'm very proud of you, and it feels like an honour to see the young man that you're becoming.
Thank you. You'll have to tell me about what you've been doing when all this has been done, and I'm sure I'll be proud of you too.
Did you get the presents I sent you?
What presents?
I sent you snow globes when I wrote letters to Dad from every city we visited.
Oh, those, yeah. Yeah, that was nice, thank you. It was thoughtful of you.
I just thought it would be nice for you to see the world as well. The only reason I'm out here is because other people thought it would be a good idea. It wasn't my decision.
So why are you fighting then? You realise if you win, there is a responsibility here. You can't just leave again.
That's for the actual fight. When I turned 18, I got a letter that was sealed from Mum that said I should go and see the rest of the world before I came back and did this.
Okay, and having seen the rest of the world and how good it is.
I haven't seen the rest of the world, I've seen maybe a teeny tiny
Okay, having seen a tiny bit of the rest of the world and how good it is, are you convinced that if you do win, you can leave it all behind?
Yes.
And be here with the people that need you? You are?
Mm-hmm. Roll a deception check because I'm lying through my teeth.
My god.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Tor is not even trying to contest it because he doesn't care whether she's telling the truth or not.
Yeah.
He just wants her to understand how big a decision this is.
Yeah.
And it really wouldn't matter what she said or how well she lied about it.
Yeah.
He was just trying to communicate that point. So, if you are willing to do that, go ahead and do it. But there's a weight we carry with our family name, and if you shirk your responsibilities, our name will be as good as dead. It'll be worse than dead.
You sound like you have a lot of worries.
I just don't want you to let down Mum.
I'd rather die.
Well, I hope it doesn't come to that.
Can I give you a hug?
Yeah?
I'm gonna give him a real proper big sister over the shoulder enveloping hug.
He pats you on the shoulder with his trunk.
Aww.
Aww.
Well, good luck.
Good luck to you too. I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like when we were kids.
You won then.
Oh, it sounds bigger.
Still are.
Yeah, but you have explodey magic spells. I've seen what these people can do on the battlefield. It's crazy. My friend has this spell which makes me go really fast. It's awesome.
Different friend.
That sounds somewhat overpowered.
Oh, okay. I mean, that sounds really cool. It's not Diana.
No, it's not
Devine?
Delphi. Delphi.
Delphi. It's not her, is it?
No,
Okay.
it's my friend Morgan. She's
What?
a wizard.
Oh, right. Yeah. And-
She's from Antwerp, actually.
What?
She's a follower of Galactor.
Oh, is she?
Mhm.
That's really interesting.
Diane, their sibling, is a follower of Galactor. Like a proper churchy person.
Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine. and Raina, she's a bard. She's a sailor from Asexuality. They're really nice. I think you really like them. You should come to the ball.
It's probably not a bad idea. There is a lot that the city could gain with friends like that.
Did you know there's a time loop going on in Antibur right now, by the way? It's bonkers.
It's a time loop.
There's a time loop in Antibur.
He takes that piece of paper and makes a little note. And in the background, a raven calls ominously.
Yeah, so maybe don't go there for a few days.
I'm not planning to.
Yeah, when was the last time you left the city?
Well, we've been out on recovery parties, so a couple of months ago.
You know, diplomacy is an important part of lordship as well.
I know,
Okay.
I know, but so is knowing the people you're a lord for.
I know, I'm just teasing you.
All I'm saying is, I think any lord should be able to walk her or his way from the front to the back of the city without getting lost.
I think that's a very good point.
The streets are changing. Don't forget that.
I've heard. Right.
You have?
A little. Things seem... It's hard to put my finger on it. It's almost like a vibe has shifted.
That'll happen. That'll happen in time. Things are different in times of peace and times of, I don't want to say selfishness, but it's been a while since we started thinking about what is best for Chimaris.
Yeah, that's very true.
Well, hopefully it'll be your decision to make, not mine.
Yeah, it's more like whoever loses the fight should be in charge, right?
It's not a bad idea.
Well, I mean, I'm sure if you're in charge, you and your friends will have some very fun ideas.
Bit old for fun now.
You're never told.
Okay, well, I hope you've been having plenty of it with your friends. I'll see you at the fight, okay?
Okay. I can't do words. Look, just don't be stupid.
He flips her off, but with a smile.
Yeah.
As he walks away.
I do the same. Oh my gosh, I silently just throw a prayer into Praetor's chapel being like, thank you, thank you.
Nice.
I'll go prep for the fight.
Awesome.
Ellie, while I was having that conversation with my brother, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Starting at 7th level, if you spend at least 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside of combat, you can learn certain information about its capabilities compared to your own. The DM tells you if the creature is your equal, superior, or inferior in regard to 2 of the following characteristics of your choice: strength score, dexterity score, constitution score, armor class, current hit points, total class levels, if any, fighter class levels, if any.
Okay.
Well, what 2 are you picking?
You gotta pick 2 of those things.
My first
so I'll
question
tell
is
you.
armor class. I am not wearing armor right now because I'm in my civilian clothes and I'm not holding my shield. So my armor class at this current moment I'm asking this question is 15.
Yours is higher than that.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Ellie, is that 5?
Oh yeah, no, you can answer
Just
that.
because I have the
Yeah,
character
to be
sheet
fair.
open,
Yeah.
it'll stop you having to switch tabs.
That's interesting because I was asking that question, then I was like, I could, because my armor class is 15 totally unarmored, 18 armored, and then 20 with a shield.
Okay.
Cool.
Second question.
I'm just double checking what the saving throws to some of my Battlemaster things are. I think they all just happen. None of them are saves, they all just happen. In that case, I am going to ask if you are my equal, superior, or inferior in terms of strength. So my strength score is 18.
Inferior.
Oh, super inferior.
Interesting.
Well, I wouldn't say super.
Ellie, pull up those grapple check rules.
God above. Okay. Yep.
Gorgeous. That was the question I wanted to ask before the fight. Thank you very much.
Oh my god. I literally had a joke yesterday to Chloe about how cumbersome grapple rules are in 5e.
Grapple sucks. Grapple, honestly, if you showed grapple mechanics to me at the beginning of my D&D journey, I wouldn't have started playing.
This is the thing, only grapple rules work like this. Only they do. Nothing else does.
No. But it's not prohibitive, but you know what I mean, right? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's
Okay.
go.
The four of you come up to the game hall, city hall type thing where the fight is taking place. You can see that word must have got around that this is happening because there are a couple of people outside who have these kind of like banners that are saying various things like good luck and Praetor's blessings and victory for you. There's a couple of people who maybe seem to be like erring on one side or another, but most of them just seem like happy and excited. There is, however, on the sort of other side of a barrier, a not insignificant number of protesters. These people have signs. One of them definitely is from the Truth Teller, and I think actually, Delphi, you probably see Xena there holding up a sign saying like, isn't a lord just a smaller god?
Ha.
No, that's not what you think it means. No.
And just a bunch of people who are pretty unhappy with the lords, and some people who are kind of like saying things like democracy now, that kind of stuff. You are sort of ushered past this inside, and you can see that the whole space has been heavily guarded. You have to kind of display your weapons so that, you know, it's clear that you're using legitimate weapons, but then they're given back to you, obviously.
Nice.
And you make your way through another set of doors, and in these ones, the guards are stationed outside. So as you come through the doors, the only people who are in this battle room are the 5 lords who are sat up on a plinth sort of overlooking the action. Your father is sat separately off to one side, looking so unspeakably nervous. There are 2 healers on both sides, kind of like at the ready, waiting just in case things go badly. You're kind of paraded in. This is probably pretty weird for Delphi, and also like Agriana as well looks kind of uncomfortable, but mostly kind of a bit steely and determined. You make your way in. Lord Arthur, as your kind of relative, is sort of sat in the centre of all of the lords, presiding over what's going on, and he gets to his feet as the 4 of you come in and kind of gestures for all of you to come towards the lords.
Walk towards it and very neatly kneel.
He looks down at you and says, today is only a practice round. However, it is important that we observe the traditions and for all intents and purposes treat this with the gravitas as if it was the real thing. To that end, the rules are thus: you may use magic, you may use whatever offensive and defensive means you have. They are all at your disposal. You may choose to surrender if you would like to, and the fight continues until one of you is knocked unconscious or one of you surrenders. Do either of you have any questions?
I shake my head.
No.
Okay, then let us begin. He sits down and kind of gestures for you to stand on opposite sides of this hallway. Is there anything either of you, any parties would like to do before we roll initiative?
No.
I would like to enter a rage.
Nice.
Just instant rage, I love it.
I mean, if you allow it, Delphi will use the Hexblade Curse feature on Tor.
I think it's probably fair for both of those things to happen once initiative starts. Alright. In that case, roll initiative.
I got 7.
I got a 16. You little... I'm gonna get you.
Why, I oughta.
I'm gonna get you. We'll roll the 17 on the dice.
19.
So 19.
19! Okay. And Agriana rolled a 6.
Hey! Oh.
Seconds hanging out together.
I'm just like binning all of these dice. So, what was your initiative? Sorry, Tor?
19.
19.
No, 19.
So Tor, you get to go first.
So can you sort of briefly describe what like the geography of where everyone is at this point?
Yes. So essentially, like the easiest way of thinking about this in terms of space is it's like a sports hall in terms of like size, furnishings. Of the furnishings, it's a little bit grander. You know, it's traverse-style raked seating on two sides, of which the lords are occupying one, and then it's quite sparse in terms of what there actually is in the space. Does anyone with any kind of spatial awareness tell me how large a sports hall is approximately?
It's like a sports hall size.
Yeah, it's sports hall size. It's like a basketball court.
That's not the.
Oh, okay. Basketballs. Okay, the NBA basketball court is 94 by 50 feet.
There you go.
You say 90 feet for sake of ease. 90
feet by 50 feet.
You didn't tell me this would be a battle of dunking.
There's siblings involved, of course it is.
Hey, they never said an elephant couldn't play basketball.
Oh god.
They did, it's actually in the NBA.
It's in Air Dog, whatever they
Airbud, Airbud, Ellie, Airbud!
Airbud. I'm not American, I don't know this film. So it's a 90 foot by 50 foot space, and you are kind of placed on opposite ends of it. So at the moment, you are, both parties are probably about like 70 feet apart.
Okay.
Maybe 60 feet. I'll say 60 feet, so it's a little bit more fun.
Don't put me in 60 feet of the spellcaster.
I'm sorry, Abby, are you upset we're not in immediate next to each other combat?
No, I want to be further apart, but go off, I guess. Cast your spells, Magic Man.
I'm sure going to. We'll start with an easy one. And I'm just going to toss Fireball at them.
Cool.
We're at level 11, it's a third level spell, that's fine.
Oh, great. Actually, yeah, go for it. Do it.
Sure.
What are we rolling?
Are you sure rolling a dexterity save, please? I'm using an online roller for the damage because I'm not rolling 8d6 from my sofa.
That's a 17.
I have a feat that lets me re-roll saving throws, but I can know if I fail first. So I roll this, and I will almost certainly fail, and you'll tell me if I fail, okay?
Okay.
Oh, that's a 21!
Okay, you both pass, that's fine.
I'll keep my Indomitable, thank you very much.
How much damage is it?
You each take 15 damage.
Cool.
Okay, 99 hit points.
I take 7 damage.
Hurrah. And anything flammable in your area that is not being worn or carried is on fire now.
Oh wait, can I just ask, was 15 the full damage or the half?
15 was halved already, it was 30.
Okay, lovely.
So it was 30 base roll, 15 halved for the people that passed dex saves.
And 15 half for the people with fire resistance, baby.
Which makes no sense because you're made of tree.
Yeah.
As you shoot, immediately going for like the super offensive, as you shoot this fireball out.
This isn't super offensive, this is mid-range.
Okay. The pitch kind of behind you, like, immediately catches light. Some of the benches on either side also sort of catch fire, but obviously no one's sat there, so it's all fine. And the healer jumps out of the way and then like gets a hose from like a place and just sort of holds it in place. They haven't turned it on yet, but it's a kind of like, in case the building gets super damaged, they're there as a kind of like failsafe. Lord Brogid just like mutters something and a sort of shield just comes up over the lords.
Amazing.
Just in case. Okie dokie. It is Toz's go, unless you have anything else that you want to do, Tor.
Sorry, that's the end of my turn, DM.
Yeah, you got a bonus action, Fireboy.
No.
Cool. Well, I do. I am going to take out my crossbow. I'm going to use my bonus action first, actually.
Okay.
Wait, no, I have to use, because of action economy, I have to use my crossbow first. Okay,
Wow.
I'm going to use my crossbow and attack twice, which is a...
At who, sorry?
At you.
Okay, sure.
First one, I'm assuming, doesn't hit with a 13.
No.
Second one with an 18 hits?
No.
No? Okay. And then I'm going to take my hammer, which I can draw as part of this bonus action, and use the quick toss to throw it at you.
Okay.
17. Misses. But the hammer is going to start moving back towards my hand, and as it does, it will get a chance to get hit with you again, so you need a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I was just saying words at me at the moment.
Ellie and I have this in our DM. It's the property of my hammer, which is our mum's hammer, by the way.
Was it dexterity save?
Yeah.
How does a dirty 20 CE?
That passes, so you can dodge the hammer as it flies back to my hand and will return to my hand at the start of my turn.
I would quite like to, thank you.
And I'm going to move away from Delphi towards Tor.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Are you using your full
30
movement?
feet, yeah, I'll use my full movement.
Boom, 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 boom.
I should have brought a pen and paper to write this down, but I haven't, so it's just gonna have to be vibes.
I think they're still going to hit me with ranged spells, but I want to be away from Delphi when that happens, so it's harder for people.
Yeah, for sure.
We learned from that dragon.
We did. It is Delphi's go. Delphi, what are you doing?
Delphi's gonna move towards Abriana and is going to use their Hexblade Curse on them once they are in 30 feet of them, and then they're gonna cast Blink on themselves.
Nice.
Because that's the end of their turn, I'm just gonna roll and see if I vanish or not.
That's my warlock.
I don't vanish. I am still there. So I just run towards them. Nothing happens on their end. I am just running towards them.
You're just running towards them, intimidating as all hell.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Are you running so that we're like in the same space or not? Because I also ran 30 feet towards them.
I mean, it depends how close. They're running as fast as they can towards the other person.
Okay, so not necessarily like right next to each other.
Yeah.
Agriana is gonna run forward, close that distance between you and her, Delphi, and she's gonna get out her... Will, did we come up with a specific weapon that she had?
A spear that is almost like a polearm kind of thing?
Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit. That's a 23 to hit.
That will hit, yeah.
That's only 4 damage.
Right.
But she's gonna bonus attack, because she's a polearm master, with the hilt of the thing. So that's another hit, and she's gonna do...
1d4 plus strength, right?
Yes, indeed. So that's 7 damage.
Oh my god.
Hurts much more with the back end than the pointing end, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, makes sense.
Yeah, I think she sort of swipes at you, but because you're... Maybe that you parry the blow because you've also got a long pointy stick, but then she manages to kind of like swipe under and jab you in a way that kind of surprises you.
Yeah.
It is Tor's go again.
Did she just get one regular attack then?
Oh, hang on, no, you're so right.
She should have 2 attacks at level 11.
You're so right, I should have 2 attacks. Thank you for reminding me.
Don't you sell my second short for the main PCs of this game, Ellie?
Apologies, you're so right. Listen, I am EP, and also just dumb. 7 damage. And then she's also gonna... That's 16 damage from the Divine Smite.
Oh my god.
Womp. Blomp.
Thwomp.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got a real nasty, like, oh, halberd, that's what it's called. I forgot.
Halberd. Yeah. She's got a halberd.
I was like, it's like a spear with a thing on it.
It's fine, it's all good.
Okay, my turn.
Tor.
Yeah.
So, Tor's going to focus and like shake out their hands and lift them up in like a coruscation of light. And out of the light comes a glowing figure. I say glowing, not with like radiant golden light, but with the dying embers of a fire or the last rays of a setting sun, but unmistakably is wearing a, what you might recognise as a death mask, affixed in a firm erect.
Deck of Many Aces is Anne Chisholm, Eiriol Evans, Ellie Webster, Katie McLeod, and me, Chloe Elliott. Really big thanks to our patrons Nate Scott Jones, Ouroboros, EK Green, Space Ben, Callum D, Ebad, KP, and Steph Burke-Stelia. Head to patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces to hear your name in that list of legends and check out the bonus content that we offer. Alternatively, you can go to supporter.acast.com/Deck of Many Aces with dashes between the words for one-time donations. If you enjoy our podcast, please, please, please do give us a review. It's incredibly helpful for growing podcasts like ours, and we read them all, and it makes us really happy. You can leave us a review on the podcast platform of your choice, or alternatively on Podchaser. You can follow us on social media at Deck of Many Aces, pretty much everywhere, or if you want to get in contact with us by email, you can send an email to deckofmanyaces@gmail.com. All the music for this podcast is written by me, Chloe Elliott. You can find it on all music streaming platforms. The entire thing is on SoundCloud though, so there's your tip. Go there for all of the secrets. And if you want to find us in other places on the internet, you can find myself and Am on our sister podcast, A Rendezvous with Destiny. You can also find me on Bowies and Spelljammer, which airs on the Roleplay Factory on YouTube. And to find out what creative things that Ellie is up to, head to the episode description to sign up for their mailing list. Well, that's me signing off. Have an ace week. Bye!